Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Tsukihime. When we last left off, we made Akiha sad. Very, very sad. And, maybe more importantly than that, Shiki foreshadowed at us like a bastard. But, let's jump right back into it, shall we? I arrive at the shopping district. If Yumizuka's anywhere, she'll most likely be here. If you can hear any noise outside, it's because it's pissing down rain, which I'm quite happy about. I love the rain. I love listening to the rain. I love listening to thunder and lightning and the wind howling in the trees and all that beautiful stuff. But sadly, I'm sitting inside recording. Well, granted, I'd be sitting inside anyway. I'm not going to sit outside in the rain in the middle of the night. No, well, that's not true either. I probably would. I'm rambling. Anyway, it's raining. If you hear noises or random cuts, it's because it's raining. It's because the murder victims are found near this shopping district. Damn it. What am I thinking? I curse my own logic. But at least I'm more likely to find her here than anywhere else. Putting all thoughts aside, I start to look around for Yumizuka. I am recording. Okay. I looked in the spot where my it's playing bad music. I looked around the spot where my recording timer normally is. I looked down and it was 0. And then I looked immediately to the right where my actual recording timer is, and it's ticking up. I looked at the wrong timer because I'm dumb. How long has it been? There's no sign of Yumizuka, not in the back alleys nor in the crowds. Pant, pant, pant. I rest my body, burning from all the running. It's almost midnight. It might be useless to keep looking around. Where's she gone? I start walking again. There are places I haven't looked yet. I'll give up after my body really can't move anymore. Leaving the brightly lit main street behind, I arrive at the park. Because of the serial killings recently, there's not a soul to be seen around here. Even though I can't imagine Yumizuka being here, it's the only place left to look. This actually reminds me of a certain other park, and I can't remember the name of the town. Whatever. It's in Nasu's most famous work, so if you know what that is, well, it should be pretty obvious. The park is empty at night. There isn't a sound under the moonlight. I don't know why, but a chill runs through me. The back of my head numbs. A horrible chill, as if my body freezes to my fingertips. I try to catch my breath. In contrast to my cold body, my throat is scorching. It's dry with thirst. I put my hand in my pocket. I just wanted a blade in my hand. Why? Just a faint headache, a low temperature. My mind is cool like ice. Ice, ice, baby. Something is strange. I have the weirdest references and the weirdest likes and dislikes. Fucking shit ranging back from like the 40s and 50s and like movies and TV shows and music to like 60s and 70s stuff and then 80s stuff and 90s stuff and then more modern stuff. And hell, I listen to music from like 15 years ago frequently, and I listen to music from fucking 2 weeks ago frequently. I'm a weird person. I have weird likes and dislikes that span far, far longer than it should. And that's just because I'm a weird person. This park, it feels like something bad is around here. A little more till I reach the center of this park. I shake the headache off and walk deeper in. Oh god, I just remembered something that's gonna... I'm gonna have to edit... Oh well, that's gonna be next route, not this one. I just remembered something that I'm gonna have to edit around, and that's going to be annoying. Oh well, it is what it is, I think. Hopefully I'll remember to do it, and hopefully that doesn't make my channel get fucking banned. Oh well, we'll find out. We'll get there eventually, in like, I don't know, 50 episodes or so. I don't know how long it's going to be. I shouldn't even come close to trying to guess an actual episode count. There's no one around. A terribly dark and lonely place to meet someone. Someone is crouched, breathing raggedly. Her face pale white as she scratches her throat in pain. Without a doubt, it is Yumizuka Satsuki. Yumizuka. I guess there is the joy of finally finding her. Not thinking about last night, I run towards her. Wait. Yumizuka stops me with just a word, and I have already forgotten what voice I gave her. I do that basically every time she stops appearing, which I guess is appropriate because the fucking creators of Tsukihime forgot about her because they were talking in an interview about naming character Satsuki or Yumizuka or one of the two, and then somebody's wait, and then I think either they or one of the reporters said something like that. They already have a character named that, and it's like, oh yeah, huh? It's something like that. I don't speak Japanese. I'm just going by like third or fourth hand accounts or some shit. So trust that with a big heaping handful of salt. Wait, Shiki-kun, I'm glad you came, but I don't want you to any nearer right now. Please don't come any closer. Her breathing looks painful. Her body convulses as she speaks, as if she's about to collapse any second now. Don't be stupid. I'm not going to leave someone looking as painful as you alone. No, I'm okay. You came, so it's fine now. Forcing herself to smile, Yumizuka smiles at me. It seems like a show of bravado, but I can't approach her. I do at least understand that Yumizuka doesn't want me near her. What's going on, Yumizuka? Why haven't you been home? What was that about yesterday? Why the... It's raining harder. At what? Damn it, I don't know. I really don't understand anything, Yumizuka. Really? You saw what happened yesterday? I told you, I killed those people, didn't I? She answers frankly. It's almost as if she's laughing at my feelings of denial. Then, the recent killings in town were all you're doing, Yumizuka? I don't like to say it, but that's the way it is, yeah. What the hell do you mean, that's the way it is? I love that song in Red Dead 2. It's just the way it is. I killed those people, and I'll keep doing the same thing. I can't just lie about it, can I? Yumizuka, you... Please, stop calling me that. I'm calling you Shiki-kun, so it's only fair that you call me by my first name too. Yeah, call her Sachin. What? I take a deep breath. Yumizuka is still like before. Even though she acts like she used to, she says some pretty scary things. When I think about it, I look foolish. I could never talk to you like this for all the years I watched you from afar. Yumizuka? I was always watching you, Shiki-kun. Even before I was saved in that warehouse, I was always watching you. I'm really a coward. I always just agreed with the people around me and smiled when it seemed right. Before I knew it, everyone was treating me like an idol. So school wasn't fun for me. And that changed after you talked to me in the second year of junior high, Shiki-kun. Nah. It's not something you'd remember. How can I put it? You're always natural, never showing off. Probably you didn't even think about what you said back then. What can I say? Just as Yumizuka says, I remember nothing. I don't know what I said to her, or even if I had talked to her back then. It's okay. Don't make a face like that. You were only hanging out with Inoue-kun, so it was normal for you to ignore other classmates. Oh, it's really coming down. That was okay. I was happy just being in the same class as you, Shiki-kun. It was my life goal. It was my goal to talk to you and let you call me Yumizuka-san. When I think about it, it was too small of a wish. She recalls, nostalgically, those ancient days, like she is remembering something that happened a long time ago. I was always... I was always watching you. I knew you'd never notice me, but I watched you anyway. Well, to be honest, I'm happy, but... Do you like me, Shiki-kun? How can I answer her right now? My last playthrough, you have this question 3 times. You see this question no matter what, if you're going through the far side routes. Because this is before the split, and there's no way to get around this choice. I always answered that I can't answer her. Because, well, it seems more in line for Shiki, but you know what? Fuck Shiki. I like Yumizuka. Sachin is great. To be honest, I don't know. But I can't just leave you alone. Yes. Since I talked to Yumizuka 2 days ago, she has never left my mind. So that must mean, unlike your case, I don't feel like I've known you for years. But even though I knew it was dangerous, I still came here. I think I do like you. Oh, shocked Sachin. Yumizuka looks at me, aghast. I stare back at her. No. She shakes her head. She seems about to burst into tears. I don't want that, Yumizuka-san. You know, she does remind me a bit of, somebody in our last visual novel. Is that... It just makes me look stupid. Still aghast, Yumizuka looks down as she murmurs. Yumizuka's body trembles. Breathing painfully, she falls to her knees. A choking sound. Squatting on the ground, Yumizuka coughs heavily and she spits out a lump of blood. Yumizuka? This time, I do rush near her. Yumizuka, are you okay? Yumizuka. I put my hand on her heaving shoulder. I feel a chill. Even through her clothes, I can feel the coldness of her body. Stupid, you're freezing. What are you doing out in the open on a night like this? Shiki-kun. Her voice is hollow as she says my name. Yumizuka collapses against me. As she pants, her warm breath brushes my skin. Yumizuka? It's okay if you don't like me, Shiki-kun. Because I really don't understand you at all until now either. Yumizuka speaks as she coughs. It's alright. Don't talk. I'll take you to a hospital. But I understand now who you are and what you want to do. I really understand now. Because I became like you, Shiki-kun. Saying that, Yumizuka sinks her teeth into my neck. Well, that's unfortunate. Fading. My consciousness is fading. Yumizuka's fangs dig into my neck. I'm being drained, as if all the life in my body is liquefied and sucked out. Without strength, there are no thoughts. So, my consciousness is not fading. It is simply being destroyed. There are no thoughts. I know I'll die if I stay like this, but I can't even... All the same, from somewhere beyond my mind, my blood begins to boil. Yumizuka. Both my arms push her back out of pure reflex. She falls right on her behind. I stand up, but I can't. I'm so exhausted I can barely even lift an arm. Yumizuka sits as if in a drunken stupor. I can't see her face clearly. Everything dims as my consciousness fades. I can't control my body either. All that exists is the pain in my neck. Blood gurgles forth. Yumizuka's teeth marks remain in my neck. And through those two deep holes, something black is being poured into my body, in my veins. Somewhere beyond my reach, the black thing violates my whole body. Yes, a fucking Linkin Park song. As a small piece of the black thing goes through my veins, my body burns inside. A pain as if my spine is about to be ripped out. In pain, I claw at the ground, but there is no relief. I can't move since Yumizuka has drained everything out of me, and the pain pours into me like a black snake. I cannot move, so the black thing crawls and twists as it pleases inside me. I clutch at the ground. With glazed eyes, Yumizuka looks at me. Yumizuka, what have you... It's okay. It'll only hurt at first. First it hurts, but when the blood mixes, it should die down. Don't worry, I won't kill you. I poured my blood in properly so you won't collapse and crumble away like those failures last night. You will only look at me from now on. Yumizuka whispers joyfully. I mean, I'm not opposed to Sachin route. What are you talking about, Yumizuka? I'm saying that I'm making both of us the same, Shiki-kun. Sucking people's blood instead of eating normal food, nocturnal, unable to walk under the sun. We're going to be a different creature. What is that? Ridiculous. That's just like... Yeah, like a vampire. I didn't really understand how I became this way either. 2 nights ago, I went to check out the rumor that you were walking around the shopping district every night, and then when I came, I was lying down in the back alley. Back then, I thought it was just cold, dark, and painful. But it's strange. After a while, my body began to change completely, and I understood a lot of things. My body hurts because it's being destroyed very fast, and the sunlight acts like a catalyst for that. And if I want to stop the destruction, I need the genetic information of the same type of living organism as myself. Yeah, I didn't understand the logic that well, but it was plain enough what I had to do. I was cold and I was lonely by myself. I didn't want to disappear, so I just grabbed the random person and sucked his blood. And you know what? It was really delicious. The pain went away and I thought I could do anything. But it was so nice that before I realized it, it was all gone. The man was all shriveled up like a mummy, and I felt really bad. I thought to myself that I was turning into a monster both in mind and body. But I had to do it in order to live. Like I said, I didn't kill them because I hated them. I sucked blood the same way you people eat animals. So I decided not to think about it too deeply. What is this? Is it okay to kill other people in order to live? But it seems like I've become a proper vampire. Tonight's meal was quite fun. Till now, I've been sucking blood since I was cold and in pain, but now that I'm getting the hang of sucking blood, it's become more interesting. You understand, don't you, Shiki? You're a much better killer than I am. What are you talking about, Yumizuka? I was always watching you, so I know your gentle side and your scary side. I never talked to you because I didn't understand your scary side. But I understand now. You're the same as me. It doesn't matter if you like or hate people. You could kill anyone, right? Don't be ridiculous. I've never even once had that thought. I'm not being ridiculous. I never understood the fragile air about you, but now my body has changed and I can understand. Shiki-kun, just you being there is flirting with death. There are natural-born killers in this world, but even among them, you are the best. You know, I was really happy yesterday. It was the first time I was happy after becoming this way. Because I finally understood you, Shiki-kun. I never really knew you before. Shiki-kun, you're the same, right? You see someone and for no reason your heart throbs and your throat goes dry. That's a lie. That feeling, I've never... I can't say I never had it. See? A proper homicidal impulse without the influence of emotion. What is it? Suicidal, homicidal, genocidal. Your fragile side, which I always wanted to understand. Oh, you're standing now. I forgot to say one thing. A vampire is someone whose blood has been sucked by a vampire, right? That's true, you know. To be precise, the person whose blood has just been sucked dies. Vampires pour their own blood into their victims as they drink to turn them into their own. So what was in your blood from back then was from my blood, or back then was my blood. Standing up, Yumizuka says this with satisfaction. So, this is your blood, huh? The black thing that still defiles my body. It's not even a mouthful, but it still causes unbelievable pain, enough to drive me to madness. Well, I guess that's long enough. Stand up, Shiki-kun. I hear Yumizuka's command. The pain fades. Feeling returns to my limbs, and I can finally stand up. Good. From now on, we'll always be together, Shiki-kun. Now, come here. Come by my side, hold my hand, and make me feel better. She holds out her hand. Thump. My heart pounds, and my legs begin to move. But they don't move forward. They move backwards. Shiki-kun? Yumizuka's voice is perplexed. Thump. My heart throbs. My throat becomes dry. Every nerve in my body recognizes the person in front of me as an enemy. I start to breathe harder. This feeling. Desperately, I endure the poison of Yumizuka's blood and the boiling impulse arising in my body. Why? Hey, why aren't you doing what I tell you to do? Thump. My heart beats. Is this the impulse Yumizuka was talking about just a while ago? Thump. Thump. My heart beats loudly as if it was repeatedly ordering me to kill. To kill. Shiki-kun, you... Think straight, Yumizuka. Yumizuka looks at me as I breathe painfully. Why? Why didn't my blood work? I don't know, but it does feel like there's some mud in my body. That should be Yumizuka's vampire blood. If a mouthful could make me feel this sick, I can't imagine what pain it must be for Yumizuka, whose body is filled with it. It hurts, she said. At last, I understand what she meant. Let's stop, Yumizuka-san. It doesn't help you to do this. You're sick. We have to get you to a hospital and return your body to the way it was. I don't want the girl who cares for me to be suffering anymore. But she glares at me with eyes filled with hate. My blood is definitely mixed with your blood, so you should already be part of my body. Could it be someone else has control over you already? Like I said, I don't understand, Yumizuka. All I understand is you saying that it's dark, cold, and lonely. All I remember is your smiling face 2 days ago, telling me to help you whenever you're in a pinch. To be honest, I don't know what kind of creature a vampire is. But you have to kill and suck blood to live, and if you're still in pain, then I have to try to get you back to the way you were. Yumizuka, you said it hurts. Yeah, it still hurts even now. My blood vessels are still the same as they were when I was human, so just the flow of blood hurts. Delicate and weak, as they burst easily. But if I drink a lot more human blood, my blood vessels would be just fine. You said it's painful. Yes, my heart is pain. I have to take people's blood in order to live. I don't feel like it's a crime, but it hurts. I'm painfully afraid that the person I was is going to disappear, but I wouldn't be so scared if I'm not alone. You said it's cold. Yeah, I'm so cold I feel like my fingers will freeze off. But I don't think it's bad. I just can't feel warmth anymore. You asked for help. Desperately. I want help, but it's already too late. I can't go back to who I used to be. Yumizuka says, smiling just as she did back then. Why? Why did you end up that way?
Why? That's what I want to know. When I woke up, I had this body and just had this thirst for human blood I needed to fulfill. It would have been so much easier if I had just died instead. But I guess it can't be helped. Like people eat animals to live, I have to eat people too.
What is that? What are you talking about? Why are you saying such things, Yumizuka? Unable to accept the facts, I just shout. Yumizuka is silent and only shakes her head. Why? Are you saying you can't laugh and walk and talk normally again like before? It was only 2 days ago.
That's right. Just 2 days ago, I was a creature on your side. It was like a dream. I understand now that I've lost it. Yes, it really was like a dream. I would give anything to go back.
Then?
But it's impossible. I can't go back. I have to live on like this, cold, painful, alone.
Yumizuka looks down. Her cold body trembles.
Help me, Shiki-kun.
A faint voice escapes her throat.
I'm scared. It's really cold and I'm alone no matter where I go. Please, help me.
I understand. I remember the trifling promise I made on the way home from school 2 days ago. Yeah, I'll do whatever I can. Really, to change you back into the old Yumizuka Satsuki, I'll do anything. But her answer is very different than mine.
Oh, Shiki-kun, you're still thinking about turning me back? Honestly, you're so kind. It's a great contradiction for someone who loves to kill to be so gentle about everything else.
Yumizuka chuckles happily.
Told you, it's impossible. You can't help me like that, Shiki-kun.
What? Then what should I do? There's nothing else I can do. I want to help you. There's nothing I can do.
That's not true. There is something you can do to help me, Shiki-kun.
Saying so, Yumizuka steps forward. Thump. A chill runs through my back, sensing the danger. How can I help you, Yumizuka?
It's easy. You just have to become my friend.
Red, piercing eyes stare at me, and I can't breathe. This is bad. I'd realize it, but my legs are not moving. Friend, what?
And I won't be alone, and I won't be cold or scared. No, if you will be mine, I'll be much happier than I ever was as a human.
And I think that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we're going to end off on this episode. Shiki wants to turn her back, and Sachin wants a friend. Nothing more, nothing less, just a friend. But what she means by friend is something much, much deeper and much, much darker than I think Shiki wants to deal with. Sachin probably wants to, she wants to kill us. She wants to turn us into a vampire. And it seems like her original attempt did not work, but Shiki, in his weakened state, well, will he be able to do anything? He does have his offensive option, which he has not used yet in this route, but from the last 2 routes we know is very much still there and very much usable. But again, he's very, very weak, and she has exerted some semblance of control over us. So, ladies and gentlemen, next time we deal with Satsuki, maybe we deal with Satsuki. Well, I hope to see you all there.